We are going to spend the next 72 hours camping in Death Valley, California. Brought to you by Epic Adventure Outfitters. I wanted to let everyone know that I will be hosting a long-awaited fan meetup at Easter Jeep Safari. Check out the description below for details, and I look forward to meeting as many of you as I can. Channel guys, my name is Casey. We are going to spend the next 72 hours camping in Death Valley, California. I've driven 26 hours down from British Columbia. We've got the Jeep here, and we're about to head out for the next 3 days. We're here in Homewood Canyon at Homewood Cabins. We just had a great night here, and we're just getting kicked off. It's first thing in the morning, having a coffee, getting the Jeep ready to go. We are here with Modern Jeeper Adventures, as well as Venture Rack Systems and Metal Cloak. They are going to be showing us around, taking us on a tour of the valley. It's going to be really awesome. So we're going to get the Jeep loaded up and get going. This is my friend Jeff. He's going to be riding shotgun with us. You want to drive the Jeep?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let me drive it.
So Jeff can drive the Jeep so we can get some more awesome footage, especially not being able to fly the drone. We're going to have to work real hard to get a great video for you guys. But we've got the Adventure Rack Systems Gladiator here behind us. And if you guys haven't seen this is their rack system for a Gladiator if you want to put a rooftop tent on there. But looking clean, everything's nice and packed up, ready to go. We've got all the other rigs here in the background behind us. Another Gladiator. This is Corey's Gladiator, who's guiding the tour for Modern Jeeper Adventures. Hey, good morning, Mike. How's it going?
Yeah, my name's Mike. I'm the brand manager for Adventure Rack Systems up in Sacramento, part of Metal Cloak. We do suspensions, armor, and obviously rack systems as well.
Mike's going to be bringing the Gladiator along with us for this awesome adventure over the next few days, and I'm looking forward to it.
We're going to the desert. And no snow, right?
No, yeah, there's no snow. If you guys watched last week's vlog, there's just insane amount of snow coming down here for some reason.
We're going to be in shorts and t-shirts by sundown.
I hope so. Cool Warren winch on here.
Yeah, it's an 80.
Yeah, look at this guy. I love these things. Let me introduce you to Corey.
Good morning. I am kind of the guy behind Modern Jeeper Adventures.
So you're going to be leading this band of hooligans for the next few days.
I am, yeah. We'll get about a 5-day trip smashed into 3 days. So
sounds like every one of our trips.
Yeah, there's a lot to see, a lot to do. Look at this, is like the perfect weather today.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
We put this together about 4 years ago, I guess. Started taking guided folks out and whatnot. I'm the guy who pulls the CTI trailer around the country for Metal Cloak. So in my time off, I get to come out here and run around with you guys.
Yeah, so we had a lot of great conversations around the camp here last night. And if you guys have ever checked out Metal Cloak's CTI trailer, you may have run into Corey at some point at an event in the past. And he was telling me just how many of you guys have put your rigs on the CTI trailer over the years.
Just over 9,000 rigs we've had on that little trailer in 7 years.
so over 1,000 people a year.
Yeah.
So think about that. And that's only at events that you can check out the CTI
That's
trailer.
right.
And if you're unfamiliar with that, basically the trailer that Metal Cloak developed and built to test just how much flex and articulation.
It's a fantastic tool to kind of go, okay, are your shocks the right length? Are your limit straps, bump stops, anything binding? All of those little noises we hear that we can't see because we're driving. Yeah, that trailer takes care of that.
It's super awesome. So thanks so much, Corey. We appreciate you leading us this week, and we're going to have a ton of fun. So let's get rolling. We're off, we're aired down. We got about 5 miles or so on some pavement real quick, and then we're gonna get to some dirt, do some exploring. So the first half of this day, we're actually outside of the national park, and that'll be great because that means we can fly our drone, and then we can get some great shots. So let's get off the pavement, get to a few places, and we'll narrate the day for you guys. Corey and Dell have a just ton of knowledge of this area, and they are going to be telling us all about it as we go along through the day.
guys came down the highway through Ballarat, Ballarat is actually up there in the wash, just beyond the salt flats. Yeah.
Okay, so this is we're at Panamint. Panamint
Valley.
Panamint Valley.
Yes, Panamint Valley. So that's the Briggs mine. It was an old gold mine. Went through a lot of tailings, moved a lot of dirt. Not in operation anymore.
So we're gonna go cut through this mountain range over to Death Valley.
Yep.
And what'd you say the name of this tall peak was again?
That's Telescope.
Telescope.
Peak. Yep. Just over 11,000 feet high. And so, of course, Badwater is 280 plus feet below sea level. So the difference between the two is the two extremes, right?
Yeah, it's quite a difference, eh? Cool.
Yeah, and then Whitney is just up here, so it's the highest point in the continental U.S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
How high is Whitney?
14.
Like 6?
Yeah,
14.6
I
or
believe
14.5, something like that.
Beautiful out here, and it's good temperature.
Yeah, we're gonna get down into Fish Canyon through here, where a family was led out of Death Valley. So the whole term, the 49ers, well, that was 1849.
Oh. Okay.
Folks were coming through here to try to get to California for the gold rush. So that whole term, the 49ers, that was part of them. And one of the first families got stuck down here on the floor, and they actually came down and got them, rescued them, and pulled them up this Fish Canyon trail. Well, there's a marker down at the bottom we'll check out.
Looking bush. It's called brittle bush. We're seeing quite a few of them. Nice bouquets.
As we made our way down through Fish Canyon, Del and Corey shared with us so much of the rich history in this region, from the early 1849 gold rush, challenges that early settlers had, to fun facts about why you shouldn't move turtles off the trail and why creosote plants naturally social distance. See the cuts in this quarry straight through there, guys.
The beaver count the other side up there.
Made our way through that amazing Panamint Valley, what is that, borax and the salt flats, and it was just awesome. I've been letting Jeff drive, after the last 2 days of driving, it's a lot. Jeff hasn't really been off-roading before, so we give him a chance to drive the Jeep, and it allows me to take a break from driving and run around and do some shooting with the camera. But we've just come across and outside of that desert flat, outside of the Panamint flat, and we're just making our way through these slot canyons right now, and they are just absolutely stunning, just towering above us and around us. And there's these cool, let's see if I can get a shot, but there's these barrel cactuses sticking horizontally out the side of some of the rock. Apparently the barrel cactuses grow and then they get too big and they fall over and they fall into the canyon, and I guess that's how they propagate themselves and spread around. But yeah, this is awesome. So we're gonna make our way through this slot canyon and come out on the other side, which I believe will be into Death Valley and the national park. So it's about lunchtime, around noon here. We're gonna stop. I'll show you guys the new table on the tailgate. I put a quick short up last week because I didn't really have a video, but I want to put something up, so I made a little short about putting in the new table, if you guys caught that. We're gonna test that out for the first time, make some wraps for lunch as we make our way out of this slot canyon and into Death Valley.
Pause here for a second.
just climbing up a mine here. Got some stuff on the side. Look at this. Old mining sluices. Pretty awesome. And so we're heading up Keystone Mine, I think is what Corey said it was, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to the top here and have some lunch. This is super cool. Not gonna lie, guys, being driven around is pretty good.
I'm your chauffeur.
We got a tour guide, we've got a driver. It's pretty awesome. Look at these guys here, slow up. Look at these guys down here. It's gonna be a good lunch spot, I think.
Switch back in this whole way.
Yeah, I think so, man. So we're heading up there. All the way up there. Up, snaking through this canyon. Pretty cool. I can pay a lot more attention to what's going on around us too, since I'm not trying to avoid driving off the side of the mountain. This is awesome. All right, so we just pulled up here for lunch. We're at Keystone Mine, Corey tells me.
Yep.
Beautiful spot with a view behind us, and just put the drone up for a few minutes while we're making some sandwiches, or wraps, not sandwiches today. And just a quick stop for lunch. You can see we got the hoodie off. It's nice and warm. Far cry from -2 camping in Nevada the other night.
Yes, a little different, and it should get warmer throughout the day.
Yeah,
so that'll be good.
Death Valley's not known for its cold.
No, we've still got another 175, 200 meters to go up. We're
said-
about 4,400 feet right here, so I'm not sure what that conversion
Around
is.
13 or 1400 meters, but most of you guys are always looking for the feet anyways.
Yeah, but can you imagine? I mean, these roads up here, as you saw coming up, are sketchy. So.
Yeah, and when they built them, you know, we're coming up in here in these crazy built rigs.
Jeeps,
I can't
right.
imagine what they were like building these
That's right.
switchbacks and stuff, just coming up here, cutting in the side of these mountains and even figuring out the best way up. So on the way up, it was really hard to catch on video, but we could see there was a tram line. Let's see if we can go this way. A tram line that goes from there and just follows all the way down over top of the switchbacks as we were coming up. So I guess that's what they used to load gear and bring down anything they found.
Yeah, all of their ore they would actually bring down, and they had most of the processing was done down at the base.
Really cool spot to explore, and I'll try to leave some information about how to get to some of these places. I am mapping all of this on Gaia, and you know, it's a fairly well-known spot, but if you want to check it out, I'll see if maybe we can flash some GPS coordinates along the screen here of where we are.
They weren't pulling out hundreds of pounds of gold. They were moving a lot of dirt to find a little gold.
Just coming down this 17-degree pitch. Nice thing about the diesel, you just put it in first gear and let it idle, and it engine brakes, which is really nice. We've entered Death Valley National Park, so everything up till now was leading up to the park, and so all that drone footage we had was outside of the national park. Obviously we don't ever want to fly our drones inside the national park, so we're just making a slight detour off the main road to check out Charles Manson's hideout.
Barca Ranch is actually part of Death Valley. It falls under their ownership now. They gave it to the park.
All right, Jeff, let's go check out the Charles Manson hideout.
Happiest place on earth.
Kind of weird. Like cigarettes. Have a seat, Jeff.
Yeah, you're right.
So this looks like the house that was burnt down. I don't think it lasted too long from the sounds of it. People weren't very happy with the house and I guess came out here and burned it all down, so guess I don't really blame them. What a little spot. I mean, great view up here. Really nice behind us. It's cool. Well, that was an interesting stop at old Charlie Manson's hideout.
Not a place I ever thought I would go.
No, right? Kind of an eerie, weird feeling just thinking about how many people were hiding in that. Well, I think Corey was saying like over a dozen. Sorry guys about the squeaking. I don't know what's going on, but hasn't been squeaking in forever. I think it's the spring and the spring perch, but not much I can do about it out here, and it's probably gonna squeak for this entire trip. And probably didn't notice it because we've been off-roading in the mud and the water and the snow all winter, so never really dried out. And as soon as we hit the trail here, squeak, squeak. So is what it is. But let's get back to off-roading and adventuring.
I can hear music back there. Sounds like, I will follow you wherever you may go.
As we made our way towards the striped Butte Valley, we got a chance to play in some of the rocks along the way. One thing I learned about Death Valley while I was here is that it is more of a place for exploring and is filled with absolutely stunning views, landscapes, and is entrenched in so much history. It is unlike any other wheeling trip that I have been on. This type of off-roading may seem easy and could easily be done by a stock Rubicon. However, Corey from Modern Jeeper Adventures let me know that this is one of their milder off-road trips, and that Death Valley is more about the adventure and exploring than conquering difficult obstacles. I could not agree more, and I am having a blast on this trip. And the trip got a little bit better right here when I completely flexed out my Jeep, and I think I realigned the spring and stopped the squeak.
Okay, so we just came through, did a little bit of rock crawling. The squeak seems to have disappeared somewhere along the line. And right there, we're coming into a huge desert opening with this crazy rock formation off across in the desert. Look at this, off in the distance. Looks tiny on camera, but that is huge sticking out of the ground, guys.
This is kind of a pretty cool spot to share a cabin, which also exists up at Russell Camp. We'll talk a little bit about that, but let's go check out the cabin first.
So we're just coming up on what's called Geologists Cabin, which is a possible camp location for tonight. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Joe, you got a copy?
I believe the goal is to get to camp and set up at camp before dark. I think everybody wants to hang out and relax. Circle the wagons here at the top and see what's going on.
Geologists Cabin is a distinct landmark in the striped Butte Valley. After our trip, I was trying to find out just how old it was, and it seems that the cabin was built in the late 1800s. It has a stunning view of the striped Butte from the main window inside. We decided to camp close to here as it was getting dark. We ventured a little to the east where we could set up camp and escape some of the winds that were kicking up. It didn't take long for everyone to get set up as the sun began to set. Jeff and I cooked up an awesome chicken stir fry as the day wound down and we all headed off for some well-deserved sleep. My goal this year is to hit 100,000 subscribers and I need your help. Please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and don't miss the rest of this epic adventure. And please check out some of the links in the description below and check out my new Patreon site which will feature day-to-day videos behind the scenes. These trips would not not be possible without the amazing support of so many people.